Hello, my divine wonders. This is part two. So, what is the sacred union that we're longing for? Because there's something we're really longing for there. Well, now we have to get into a bit of esoteric truth and knowledge, gnosis, if you will. Step into my chamber and I will enlighten you. If you are ready. If you're not, turn off this video, go do something else. You're more than free to do whatever you want. There is no control here, no pushing, no force, nothing like that. Simply this. Let's say you have God, the divine, okay, in the heavens, source. Now, God is not male nor female. However, there was a time when God separated from itself to experience itself. When that happened, God created two types of energies that not govern, because that's a bit more control, more stream through our universe. A bit like rivers and fire, I want to describe. So here's how it works. You have, sorry, just adjusting my mic, Christos, the fire energy. This is the divine masculine. Okay, protection, devotion, duty, wisdom, strength, honor. Then you have the divine feminine. Okay, now this is beauty, wonder, holding, love, embrace, also devotion, and nurturing. Just anything feminine, right? Okay, this is not sexist. This is not male or female. I'm talking about the divine energies that run the entire universe. So, I could get really deep into it if people want me to go further. But it goes to the point where Sophia is the divine feminine, Christos is the divine masculine. A lot of what we're chasing as men and women here is that energy again. That's what we truly want. We're not really after the person. We just catch a tiny bit of the divine masculine or the divine feminine in them, and we're like, oh my gosh, I want it. Now, here's where the issue comes. We think we don't have it ourselves. It is in us. You know that yin-yang symbol? That is us, okay, as humans. We're no different than these energies. We are actually embodiments of them, and we express as them, as male or female. Okay, the female can express as divine feminine, and the male can express as divine masculine. But also, they embody both, and that's why it can be some blurred lines sometimes. Some people's bodies and frequencies like to interpret that energy differently. They might change into different identities. They might say, I identify as non-binary or something like that. That's probably because what they're feeling is those different energies. They want to integrate them differently. Okay. But for the most part, it is sort of a male masculine energy and a female feminine energy, right? And you as a person have to sort of embody both. You're not just exclusively one. We are both. We sync together. So what you're really having in these twin flame experiences is you're ripping the veil a bit. Something has happened. You've touched on divine masculine, divine feminine energy. And now your mind, who doesn't understand this, has projected it onto a person. Okay, and said, oh my gosh, I felt it with them, therefore it must be true. And depending on where that person is in their stage of awakening, if you want to call it that, either they're going to run from it or they're going to try and embrace it more, you know? And this is what causes this whole push-pull thing, because our 3D relationships on Earth are very much push-pull, push-pull, push-pull. But that is not love, my friend. That is a lie that we've been sold by this false matrix nonsense that we live in. That is not your true essence. Your true essence pours out love, never ending, all the time. And yes, happy to go into more detail about this if people require. The only reason I don't reveal everything at once is because it could overwhelm some people. And sometimes you just need to plant a little seed and it will nurture itself. Their guides, their soul will do its thing, you know. So I'll upload this, see what happens, and if anyone's got any other questions, happy to answer. Okay. Love you guys. Bye-bye.